I'm often asked my stance on dairy as a carnivore coach. And I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of individuals. And I want to tell you that if I were to make a sweeping statement, I would say that most carnivores who are in fat loss mode should not do much dairy, if any at all. Most people do best on a strict carnivore that doesn't include it at all. Or if anything, a very little amount of a high fat, heavy whipping cream. But even that pulls people out of ketosis and pulls people out of fat loss mode. And it just is, unfortunately, the way that it is. So it can be really tricky, and it's definitely individual. Me, I was asked in this question, what do I do? Well, I have dairy in my day-to-day. But lately, when I'm in fat loss mode, I would like to lose some pounds. So I take dairy out. And I'm pretty much taking it out unless I'm like, I went to my best friend's last night and she made an amazing dinner, butter, like only used butter for the preparation. She used swordfish, salmon, tons of things that I could eat, but they were having appetizers. So I had some cheese, slices of cheese, like, block cheddar cheese and a couple of the other like artisan ones that they brought. But that's the only time that I'm going to use it. I'm trying to lose fat and I know that cheese can hold me back. And I'm not insulin resistant, but many of my clients are insulin resistant when they come to me and they're trying to lose weight. And even the very high fat dairy we can have an insulin response to the dairy proteins, especially the whey. Also, I have to mention as a food addiction professional that dairy can become the next addiction, right? So if we came into carnivore being addicted to carbohydrates and sugars, we might actually go a little bit too crazy on dairy. And I see it all over the place in the carnivore land. I love, love, love the carnivore recipes. Courtney Luna is super, super, like the creativity of her recipes. I love it. But I'm not going to use those recipes all the time. It's going to be every once in a while, maybe if I have guests over and I'm trying to make something like super fun and creative for me to have, and I make something else for my guests. So I'm not going to use cream cheese, cottage cheese, yogurt. I don't have any of that on a day-to-day basis because I have an insulin response to it, but I can also overeat it. I don't overeat fatty meat. I don't. I don't overeat fatty fish. I don't necessarily overeat butter. I could definitely overeat like carnivore ice cream, and that's what I mean about getting into recipes. So it's individual. But as a general rule, if you're trying to lose weight on carnivore, you don't include dairy. You just don't. And I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. If you have questions, leave them in the comments.